What's going on, y'all? Gazer Bean 2K back here. New me, new year with Steuben on the side. I mean, is this my left or right? Where are you, Stu?
Did you say New Year?
New year, new me.
It's
That's the saying, right?
It's still 2022.
Okay. New season, new me. Is that better?
Yeah, sure, totally.
We're kicking off season 2 of the Gust to Win podcast. Season 1, I feel like was a success. What do you feel like?
Yeah, we had a good time. We had tons of different guests on, talked about a lot of different things, covered some controversies and some cards to controversies. Totally not another similar name podcast like Cards to
Cards
Controllers.
to controllers.
Rest,
Okay.
rest in peace to that.
Shout out to Jimmy Shoot.
But yeah, no, we're back, kind of. It's been about a month. A lot has happened, not just with Pokemon, but with us.
Yes.
I had a birthday.
You did. You are older now.
I am a year older.
You already were old. Now you're older.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're both elderly when it comes to Pokemon and the community and everything like that.
According to Flex Daddy, right?
Yeah. We're we're old. It's time for us to cripple up and die here and call it a day.
Well, if you look, I'm trying to catch up with you. You see the beard and the
you
facial hair
decided to grow out some facial hair. You got a little bit of hair on the top of your head. It's about time.
Come on,
I'm glad puberty finally hit you.
It's been okay.
Coming out of the gate strong already with the jabs and the swings. But
Wouldn't be Gus Win podcast if we didn't do it, man. But yeah, season 2 is underway. Stu, we were supposed to take initially 2 weeks off, but then a week rolled around where I had a toothache. And bro, when I say my tooth was hurting, man, I tell you, I couldn't sleep. I spent 2 nights sleeplessness, and then right after I had the tooth pulled, turns out okay, the pain was coming from the top of my mouth, but the tooth they had to pull out was at the bottom. It's a weird thing that happens occasionally where the pain transfers, whatever it is. Right after they pulled that tooth, I got sick. Right after I got sick, the baby caught COVID. So I was at home for a week with the baby. So missed all that. While I was at home sick, though, no, actually, this is afterwards. I was at home sick, and then the following week, you had a birthday. So we couldn't record episode then because you had to get ready for your birthday stream.
Yeah, we ran a 400-plus code tournament over on Play.Limitless, and we only had 90 players in it. I already forgot the name of the person who won. But I lost to Grant Manley in top 4. So shout out to Grant. He was a guest here on season 1. So that was cool to play him in top 4. Mm-hmm. But it was a lot of fun. I also did a lot of other stuff that stream. We did some Fall Guys and Fortnite and Mario Kart. I had to eat a whole box of waffles. Thanks, Will Be Hidden.
What you called Grandma?
I prank called my grandma. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoy the long birthday streams, and they're a lot of fun. And it's made me kind of miss doing more variety content in general on Twitch. In our time off from this, I think I maybe streamed Pokemon once, twice, not counting the birthday stream.
Oh, not counting the birthday stream, maybe twice.
Not counting the birthday stream, maybe 2 times. And I've played everything else from Fall Guys to Destiny to Fortnite to Cult of the Lamb, Kirby, Ninja Turtles, built a Lego set. So, I mean, I'm kind of getting back to where I was a year ago. It's been a lot more fun, and I kind of miss doing it more and more.
I know you do that aspect and that part on Twitter. YouTube, though, you're still focusing on Pokemon, which is so cool.
And I'm kind of getting burnt out, I won't lie.
What?
I'm kind of getting
the
a little bit of burnout
here, man. You just opened up some Lost Origin a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, I opened up another box. It's still waiting to be edited. I just haven't put myself to do it. We have a project going on, like a learn to play video that MW has been putting a lot of time into behind the scenes.
Shout out to our editor, by the way, MWDC.
And yeah, he came up with our new logo and our layout for the Twitch stream and the YouTube videos. There's been a lot of help. But yeah, like I said, I'm getting a little bit of a burnout, and that's another reason why we took a break. It was some weird burnout, and also you've got some personal stuff that if you want to dive into, you can dive into. You went back to school as well, so you're back to teaching now.
It's funny with the toothache and with the baby being sick for the first 2 weeks of school. I was only there for like 2 days. I only worked 2 days in 2 weeks. So just all that together, and then on top of that, the wife and I taking a little time apart, trying to figure some things out, trying to figure out how to move forward with some situations we had going on. So there's times when I have the baby time, she has the baby, so it's been back and forth. And on those days when there's some days where the baby's here and you hear him in the background just blabbing and talking. He had a birthday recently too, and you hear him in the background just talking, so you know he's here. But other times he's not here, and it's just you and me still. So it's been a lot going on, man. And I can't say it's all for just negative, but yeah, it's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
I say the worst thing that happened to me during this break was the toothache, man. It was so bad, dude.
Yeah, no, that's oral pain is never pleasant. I remember when I got my my wisdom teeth out when I was like 18 or 19, and that was brutal. They took all 4 at once, and it was
Gosh.
I was like I had nothing but milkshakes and mac and cheese that I didn't even chew for a whole week. It was bad.
Yeah, when they pulled mine, they said nothing hard for a while, just soft things, soup, Jello.
Don't use
So
any
I think
straws.
that night I had some chicken nuggets.
Yeah, just let them mush them around a little bit.
I'll just dumb down some nuggets.
Dip them in sauce or gravy or whatever. Nuggets and gravy, man.
See, now I'm hungry. Let's hurry and wrap this up so I can eat, man.
All right, that'll do it for this episode.
Gonna go warm up some nuggets.
Sponsored by Wingstop, new chicken sandwich.
Oh, I've seen that. I haven't tried it yet, but I've seen it.
It's so
I went
good.
to Wingstop Saturday, and I was like, "Oh, chicken sandwich," but I didn't get it. I got wings.
Oh no, dude, the chicken sandwich is so good. Get the lemon pepper. Thank me later.
Oh, they season it?
You can pick any of their sauces or seasons on the chicken sandwich. Yeah, it's so good. It blows Popeyes out of the water, dude.
Yeah, I've seen that. I didn't order it though, but yeah, now I have to. Lemon pepper. Okay, I got you. I got lemon pepper wings. I just didn't get the chicken sandwich.
Lemon pepper chicken sandwich is where it's at. The wings are good too, and the fries. Just get everything lemon pepper. Get your chicken sandwich lemon pepper. Get your fries lemon pepper. Dip it in cheese. Dip it in ranch. Call it a day.
What about my soda lemon pepper? Should I do that?
Ask them, and they might do it for you.
Gross. Lemon Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, why not?
Oh man. But no, we're supposed to come back right at the end of Worlds. We're going to discuss Worlds. We didn't come back, so Worlds has passed about 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since Worlds wrapped up.
Just about.
Let's go into some thoughts on that real quick.
Yeah, Andre Skubal was the winner with Arceus Flying Pikachu.
Oh, what did he beat?
He decided to also beat Arceus Flying Pikachu with the Decidueye in the hands of Daichi Shimada. Ryota Ishimaya, if I'm pronouncing that right, was also third place with Arceus Flying Pikachu. They both were, I guess, like playtest partners for the most part.
That's cool.
From what I was understanding. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of Palkia and Teleon, a couple Mew, a couple Regis, like all the way down to the top 32. There's a decent amount of variety, but most of it was Palkia and Teleon.
Palkia. We had a few friends who did pretty well. Friend of I know, I'm trying to get him on the channel one day. Andre Chazen, he took 8th with Mew, the only Mew in top 8. And I watched his game. He ended up bowing out, which was it was too bad. I want to see. As much as I dislike Mew, I want to see something different besides Arc Flying Pikachu Decidueye. So that would have been cool, but it is what it is. Our boy Cal Connor. I think he finished up, 9th?
Yeah, 9th place with Palkia and Teleon.
Yeah.
Graham Manley got 11th place with Ice Rider Palkia, which I built that after the fact. That I really like that list as well. Tons of other awesome people in the top cut. Gabe Smart 28th. With Mew.
Did you see the Reggie list?
Yeah, there were 2 of them, Pablo Meza and Tomoko Masuda.
Do you see Table Mons? I like this list.
It was different. It was very different compared to a lot of the normal ones. I really liked Adam Hawkins' Aggron deck. I built that and played it at a tournament after, like the weekend during Worlds. It would have been great in a best of 3, but it was awful in a best of 1 situation because, like, if you started Aggron, it was just game over.
You have to get that Arceus out for it first, huh?
Yeah, you got to get Arc out or whatever else. But I started one of the games. I started with double Aggron, double Bidoof, Raihan, and Boss, and like switch cards, and just no other Pokemon.
Let's go to game 2 because it's just
it's a best of 1. Okay, so I sat there and I struggled for a few turns before eventually losing, and that happened like 2 games in a row in a 6-round Swiss tournament. I wasn't very pleased with it.
But yeah, you took the list, you tried it for yourself. I wasn't that impressed with it.
I
If I
liked
was
it.
going to use
Once I got to play it in a more like best of 3 situation, it felt
really,
a lot better. Yeah, it
if
felt
I'm
a
going to
lot
use a
better.
big metal guy, why not use Melmetal? It hits the same numbers.
Mm, well, Agron V for 2 prizes instead of 3 can technically hit 330 with
Oh, it doesn't do 150 and 150.
yeah, Destroyer
Yeah.
King does 150 and 150 more if there's damage counters on it. So you put a belt on there, you're technically hitting for 330. You have to goon ping it. If so, it one hit KOs anything
Fair
at
enough.
that
Fair
point
enough.
if it has a damage counter on it. So it was a fun deck to play with. But yeah, Worlds came and went. They revealed the new EX cards,
Yes.
which are kind of a reprisal of the old like Ruby Sapphire style EX cards. So I'm super stoked
Mhm.
about that. I know you didn't play then. Like as a serious method, you might have looked at cards or whatever, but
Yeah, I looked at the cards back then. They were I remember seeing one of the EXs and the highest HP was like 150. I'm like, oh wow, okay. Because back in my day, the highest HP was 120. I'm like, oh, 150, and this is worth 2 prizes. Like, what? What is happening here?
yeah, they casually showed off a Mimikyu, a Lucario, and a Magnezone, so we get basic
Yeah,
stage 1, stage 2s back.
but even their
The
HP is higher than the 150. So
Yeah, yep. And then the Koraidon
the
and
basic,
Miraidon, the new
yeah, they're
common
gonna be stage
legendaries.
ones, right?
I think so. I think they evolved from that little like dude,
Lizard, Salazard,
Cyclizar or whatever. Yeah,
Lizard.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're going to evolve from that depending on what game you have or what version.
he's Mason. My bad.
And
But
yeah, I mean it's interesting to see hopefully that, they keep up well with the, V stars and V maxes of the current meta. We don't
it
rotate maybe until those cards come out, so we'll still technically have like battle
we'll have
styles
a few.
on.
Yeah, we'll still have a handful of V Maxes, loads of V stars, and then just EX is just sliding in there. And by this time, well, maybe not even this time. Yeah, maybe by this time next year, it'd be like a regular rotation. Maybe August, September,
I
they'll
don't know.
slide the rest of the V's
I
out.
think we're gonna go into a more worldwide friendly format, especially with Worlds being in Yokohama, Japan.
That could be it too.
That's a big thing. People are really excited and really mad about that at the same time that it's in Japan. I'm excited, but I'm also upset that I'm not rich.
I mean, Japan is that's like a not like a once in a lifetime country, but that's like a trip like you save up for. You're like, hey, we're going to Japan, and in fact, we know a year from now, just a year early, maybe we could save up and make it there, right?
Well, it's hard. I mean, we're both in our 30s. We work full-time jobs. In order to, go with a travel stipend, you'd have to literally cut off so much time off from work to be able to go to all these events and grind it out.
Yeah.
To even get that considered, you'd have to go to, Latin America for LAIC and EUIC and OCIC and all these things and play well and do well. And I mean, like all in all, those trips they're not cheap.
I mean, it might get easier though, right? The coming in January, sounds like we're going to be getting League Cups back.
Potentially, yeah, yeah. We don't know exactly. They didn't give us an exact date, but it seems like from what all that information came out to be that we have to start reporting league now through January 1st, and if you've done it at least once, you might be considered for something else. It's very vague. There's no specific dates or details. It's all very vague.
I wish we had went live with this a couple weeks ago before that was announced because myself and a couple professors around my leagues around here, we were talking about that, and I said, and they, when I mentioned that, and I said, I think that's where it's leaning. I said I had that same idea. Come January feels like a complete reset from the last 2 years. Well, maybe not January. Early 2030, 2023. So January, February is maybe March the latest, but it feels like it'll be a reset from all that. We'll get our rotation. I feel like that's when League Cups will come back if they're coming back. And challenges and stuff like that. When they announced that, there'll be no League Cups and just regionals, so like they can't do that. I said that they have to have something has to happen. So I figured, it would happen beginning of the year, just like a complete, like a soft reboot almost. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say what's actually going to happen. the fact that we've gotten even like the lightest little bit of communication drip to us from TPCI still makes me nervous because like they're not very transparent in general when it comes to the direction of things. Like the first regional back is Baltimore in less than 2 weeks, and I mean we still don't know what the championship point threshold is.
No.
And to have that tournament not have Lost Origin legal with the set coming out technically today for
Right now.
LGSs and
Yeah.
Friday for the rest of the Western world, it's kind of sad because like Milwaukee felt like an eternity ago, and that was like the first Astral Radiance legal event.
Oh, everybody was so hyped for Milwaukee, man. Everybody was so juiced for that one.
Yeah, and now people don't have that same amount of excitement into the same format.
Still, the numbers are
For
still
the
there. Over 900 people are registered, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like barely any kids registered as well. Even Go seems to be struggling to take off, even with its massive Twitch viewership during Worlds. But I think that's just to blame from the free codes they were giving away too.
No, those codes are just like for cosmetic stuff, a hat, a shirt.
It was a quest, to be able to get a couple battle ready Pokemon and so on and so
Oh,
forth.
shoot. I should have got those codes. I didn't know.
Yeah, the ones they were giving out on Twitch. Yeah, they were. You picked one of 3 different teams,
Oh,
and you did the quest for those and unlocked those Pokemon that way.
I could have did that, got my team ready and headed to Baltimore myself. I think there's under 40 people for Pokemon Go.
Yeah, they're still taking Go signups apparently.
Yeah,
So
so there's a high chance I could have, made like a, top 24 over there or something.
who knows? I mean, Go doesn't feel very easy
Oh,
to get into. It's a lot of
oh,
like
okay.
Stardust grinding and finding the right IVs and min maxing every little thing you can.
Yeah,
Like even though cards can be expensive for the TCG and all that, like I feel like it's
it's
easier just to pick up a deck and just
yeah,
apply
it's a little more
yourself and get
accessible.
into it. Yeah, it's more accessible to
Yeah,
play TCG than it is Go, even though it's
and
a
then
mobile device game that everybody has and like
but
18
no, it's
trillion people have downloaded.
Go's accessible as far as getting the game, downloading it, starting up. But as far as becoming competitive with it, yeah, you have to grind out. You have to make sure you have the right IVs. You have to make sure you have the right movesets. So you have to use your TMs and everything. And
Yeah, and
yeah,
a lot of the moves that you need on these Pokemon were event exclusive moves.
hmm
And you can't always get it. Like look at the Shadow Pokemon that are such like the best attackers in raids. You have to be playing during a certain point in time to be able to TM away frustration from those Shadow Pokemon. And then if you miss it, then you miss it. And then like even too, like you have to TM away the frustration. And then like if it's like a say for example Venusaur of all things, Shadow Venusaur is super good, but you also have to evolve it during a certain time frame
to pick up the
to
move
pick up
that you
the
need.
correct move that you want. So yeah, it's just like
hmm
it's just not super easy to get into Go competitively, even though 8 trillion people have it on their phones.
Yeah, easy to pick up, hard to really get competitive with. Pokemon on the other hand, the TCG part, um, you could buy a battle ready Ice Rider or Shadow Rider deck, and you're semi good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
And then on the
you
VG
won't know
side,
every little aspect and like every little answer all the time, but it's still like an easier barrier to entry.
hmm and then on the VG side, they said nothing's happening with us until Scarlet and Violet comes out. We'll see you in freaking January.
Yeah, I mean technically they're playing online right now in season 13. They allowed mythicals legal into the
Ooh.
pool. Um, since it's like the last hurrah finally for that generation now.
hmm
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Scarlet and Violet for everything, whether it's just TCG or VGC or Go. Maybe even Unite will adapt and get new characters out of the game. Unite had its
Well,
first presence
I
at
feel like Unite,
Worlds.
it did. I feel like Unite can do pretty well.
Yeah,
I feel like Unite can do well.
I mean Unite has way better concurrent viewership on Twitch than
hmm
TCG and PTCGO combined, and technically if you want to throw live into the mix, it usually has a better concurrent viewership. So more people are
Yeah.
interested in watching Unite than they are the card game, but yet 1,000 Masters Division players at every regional. It's kind of crazy to think that like we thought the Hunger Games were over with for getting into events, and it's just getting crazier and
No,
crazier.
it's not. Why would it be over with? Who thought that? You thought
Yeah,
that?
I was
People
hoping they
thought
would
that?
have without VGC in the mix, they'd be able to up the capacity a little bit
I guess
more for
more
these
space. I
events,
guess you're
more
right. You would
space.
think so. So
Yeah.
maybe, well, it's 2 weeks away. I was going to maybe to open up more room, but yeah, it's 2 weeks away. It is what it is now, huh?
At this point, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, would have made more sense. Yeah, I see what you're saying here, but I didn't think anything was going to die down from this. This is, if anything's going to go up. Now, notice on the juniors and senior side, numbers have dropped some.
Oh yeah, drastically. I mean, because it's
Yeah.
the price point. It's $70-ish for little Timmy and Susie to go get O2 drop. Like no parent wants to pay that price.
Yeah.
And even then, like, kids have the attention spans of goldfish. They move from one thing to the next, and during the pandemic, without a schedule and regular league play and so on and so forth, like it's brutal. Like, who wants to travel and spend all that money and pay all that event cost and hotel and everything else just to watch the kids just not do well since they haven't had a real opportunity to play?
Mom, I went 1-3. Let's get out of here. I'm sad now. So yeah, I get that part. But I mean, look at the Masters division though. I didn't think that would go down at all. I think that's going to just keep creeping up higher and higher
No,
and higher.
I don't think it was going to, like, get smaller numbers for attendance. My hope was that the TOs and TPCI would have, planned ahead a little bit more. And like, okay, we see the demand from this season. We see the demand now.
It's obvious.
Let's
so you'd see
let's do better about it. Like, they had a solid 4-month window of running events that sold out in 30 seconds to be like, all right, cool, we're booking these venues. Let's double down, get bigger venues, give these TOs more access to more space. But yeah, then here we are, crammed into a small convention center at $70 a piece, feeling like an expensive ass sardine.
So I'll take it you're not going to Baltimore.
I am going to Baltimore.
You're ripping Baltimore a new one for a place you're going, man.
No, not necessarily Baltimore being ripped open. Like, just in general. Okay. Like, I've never been to the Baltimore Convention Center. The last time I went to Baltimore, I was probably 11, 12, or 13, and I went to the aquarium.
I mean, are you going to go this time too?
Probably not. I'm driving by myself.
Rooming
with some online internet friends and so on and so forth. But, still 5.5-hour car ride on my own. I'm not going to go to the aquarium on my own and look like a loser. I already look like a loser going to a Pokemon tournament. I look like a loser on this stupid podcast.
So just a little side story real quick, talking about looking like a loser. I went to a locals last Tuesday, and it wrapped up super early. And I had some free time, and one of the guys I was playing with a couple weeks ago was talking about the new Dragon Ball Z movie. You see the shirt I'm wearing right now? He was talking about the new Dragon Ball Super movie. And he says, it's great to see in 4D. And what we have here, we have a 4D theater where the seats move, water sprays on you. It's like you feel everything. Wind blows by your ears. Something punches somebody, like you feel a punch in your back from the seat. It's like really immersive, right? So he said it's worth it. So I said, I'll try it. I'm finished super early, and the theater is literally 5 minutes away. So I went to the theater. I went to go see it. And I felt like an idiot walking in there by myself. Brought my big soda and bought some chicken strips. I felt dumb. I felt like a loser. And I sat down. I'm watching this anime of a child's. It's a child's movie. I'm watching a cartoon by myself because someone told me to, and I finished way too early. I don't want to head out yet. So let's do it. And the first 30 minutes they're talking and they're in cars and the seats are moving because they're in a car. I'm like, this is dumb. This is a car simulator. But bro, as soon as Gohan started fighting, as soon as Piccolo started fighting, I turned into a little kid again, man. I didn't feel like a loser anymore. I felt like a winner.
So what's the point of the story?
Or you're talking about, doing stuff by yourself. I'm just saying it's okay to do stuff by yourself, man. Just go to the aquarium. Just go.
No, I'm not.
You'll feel like a winner. Look, you'll feel like a loser at first, but eventually you'll feel like a winner, man.
Well, also,
I feel like a loser walking to the theater, and by the time the movie's over, I felt good, man.
Money's always a tight thing too, because I have to take off time from work, so I'm not getting paid while I go and do this, and it's just a big money sink. I can't go to Peoria. I'm not driving 9 hours. I don't want to get a $400 plane ticket to go to a town I've never heard of until 2 weeks ago. Like, it's a big money sink, and there's a lot of people who have shown some true colors recently online too, with
You're not wrong.
attitudes towards the events and the pricing of everything.
You're not wrong. I
Um,
think back to our buddy Andre. I wish we could have got him on the podcast, but before he wasn't sure he was going to make it to Worlds. You remember that whole
yeah,
thing with
dude
his
had
tweets
a
and
had a had a GoFundMe, and if it
yeah.
wasn't for that GoFundMe, dude would have not got there and got top 8.
Hmm.
So I mean, but I can't just be like, hey, GoFundMe, help me go to all these stupid regionals and take all the time off from work. That just sounds like it's whatever.
You still
And I
been
mean,
let us.
like, and Emily really and I really want to go to Japan, and she doesn't want to go as a competitor. She's done competing. Um, so that's a different story for another day. But originally, we've been engaged now for a few years, and we were going to get married and go to Japan, but then pandemic happened. You can't international
Hmm.
travel. And then my mom got real sick, and everything kind of went downhill from there. And so, like, that was kind of like but then, like, they were like, Worlds is in Japan, and like, I mean, come on, we could go there and finally get everything taken care of and do what we wanted to do, but at the same time also Pokemon. But it's expensive. It is
Yeah.
like flights to Japan are upwards of $2,000 on average. You still technically just can't go to Japan. You have to be invited or a part of a travel group. So I don't know how that's gonna work with spectators and competitor passes and everything for the event.
Well, yeah,
The
like you said, the
We just don't
kind of
know
went.
answers. We don't have answers.
We're in the dark on a few things, which sucks. I'm still waiting on how many CP points you need, but I mean, so it kind of sucks. But I mean, it's still a year away. At least Japan is. Um, Baltimore's right here though. It's right around the corner. I've talked to a few people and I feel bad for them. They say I don't want to open any Lost Origins. I don't want to get into Lost Origins because I'm trying to focus on Baltimore. They said, but I want to open and test stuff so badly. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah,
You
no, I'm
can't.
I'm conflicted too. That's probably part of the reason why I haven't put so much out on YouTube in the past 2 weeks. That burnout feeling, like
Hmm.
I cracked. We did pre-release, cracked some boxes Friday night. And the privilege of working at a card shop. I get it before everybody else and can do all the things I need to do. Um, and yeah, I mean, I technically have a Lost Origin deck fully done, ready to go, like right beside me on the floor. But my mind just needs to practice and play for, Baltimore. And I mean, like, the deck that I built isn't anything crazy. It just needed commons and rares. Like, Comfy's a rare,
Hmm.
and Chorus is a uncommon, and Mirage Gate is a common. I built Reshiram with Charizard. It's on the YouTube channel. But like, I was able to finish this with just like the commons and rares from those booster boxes. But I still
Um,
don't have like a true like V or better Lost Origin deck. I pulled no Giratinas. I pulled one Kyurem V Max. Um, Zero Gudras. I got one V of Zoroark. Like, the pull rates seem really bad.
you're probably right. That's from a whole box, right?
Two booster boxes
Oh my
and
gosh,
an
yeah. So
ATB that I got for the invitational that we were at on Saturday, just for participating, and it nothing.
yeah, I haven't opened up a booster box. I went to all so my city has quite the Pokemon scene. I wasn't aware of that. I'm learning this. There's a total of 8 pre-releases, 8 or 9 pre-releases. This past weekend and week, I went to all except for one. I clearly have a problem. I need
Yeah,
help.
yeah, you're addicted.
Well, it's my first pre-release ever, so I was like, let's do it big. So I went to everything, and my pre-release kits, the packs in there. The
Wait,
first one I did,
you didn't do Astro Radiance? I swear to God, I thought you did Astro Radiance.
I opened up some pre-release boxes. But I didn't do any
You
tournaments or
didn't
anything like
participate.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So my first box I opened up pretty good. Zoroark V Star, Drapion V Star, Kirim V, all in one box. Cool. The next 6 or whatever it was, nothing great. Full art Opal, full art Namarus, nothing spectacular. Then the last one I opened up, I traded with a guy last minute. I was just sitting there, I was like, hey, you want to trade box? He's like, sure. Traded. He was excited because he got the Comfey he wanted. He got the Comfey promo. But from my packs in there, I pulled Gold, Zoroark, V Star. I pulled a Gudra V-Star, and I pulled something else. Some good pulls out of that one.
So yeah,
So
that dude got scammed. Typical Gazer scam. It's like you knew
it's
your Gazer scam senses were tingling,
bad.
and you took advantage of that guy.
Scam sense is tingling. Need to trade now. But no, he got the Comfey he wanted. He was excited about that. He had a full set of Comfeys now. But the pre-releases are fun, man. It's a 40 card tournament, man, and it's only 4 prizes. Everyone has the same disadvantage or advantage, whatever you want to call it. It was fun, man. I did well in most of them. Some of them I went 3-0. Other ones I went 2-1. And in the last one, it was 4 rounds. I went 3-1. I took second place, lost to the in the finals. The guy in the finals got like 3 extra packs. I was also a bounty. So, and I knew didn't know I was a bounty until the very end. But basically, if I had won out, I would have won like 4 extra Astral Radiance packs. But since I got beat, he got the 4 extra packs. He opened all the packs, so he opened a total of let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 Lost Origin and 4 Astral. Best card he pulled was a Radiant Heatran.
It's great. So winning
So
isn't everything.
Yeah. So he took first place, but at what cost? Meanwhile, I took second. I took home my 8 packs and I opened them on stream the other day, and I posted it on Twitter. I got some good hits out of the 8 packs.
Yeah, I didn't get to play in any at all. I ran one at work. We completely sold out. Every seat in the store was full.
Hey.
So that's super awesome. It was our first time we're able to actually like run one officially and report it, with player IDs and using the new PEM software and everything. So hopefully,
Some of judges hate the new software.
It does have problems. Yeah, it has problems for sure. I definitely think it needs some rebalancing, and it's not very good with tiebreakers and keeping track of points either. I started using it before the pre-release with some of our like $10, store credit tournaments, and I had to repair a round.
Yeah,
and then it wouldn't finalize the tournament at all.
We had that happen. Yeah.
So if you repair it all in the new tournament software, it completely bricks the entire thing. So I had to manually figure out tiebreakers for first and second place in a tournament.
That doesn't sound fun.
And it was not pleasant. But the two of them just agreed to split the prizing and call it a day for me and make it easy. So
that's what's up. I tried the ID with the guy in the finals, and the guy running is like, "There's no ID. You can't tie." I'm like, "Come on, man, let us tie."
The new software will let you tie. It will let you. You can tie.
He didn't let us. Like, come on. But I'm happy I didn't. I took the 8 packs and I pulled like a 2 Zoroark Vs, and I pulled a full art boss and some more stuff, man. It was
have
nice.
you built anything yet with the new stuff?
I have not. We have because none of the leagues this week are doing Lost Origin except for one. On Wednesday, he's going to allow us to play proxies if we need to, just to test out stuff. And I was leaning towards Giratina, but everyone I talked to is playing Giratina this Wednesday. I asked our friend, shout out to Justin Basil. I asked Justin what he thought would be a good deck. He mentioned the Reshiram, like you said.
Yeah, it's super cheap. I think once people catch wind of how good it is, Reshiram will go from like a 50-cent dumpster card to a couple bucks. So yeah, I haven't got to like play a lot with it yet. Again, because I'm running a special delivery winner Charizard tournament this coming Saturday at work, where the winner gets a special delivery Zard, and I didn't want to make Lost Origin legal for it, because that could deter any potential new players, who don't want to spend $8,000
on the pre-release
prices of stuff when it's insane. So we're in that weird time. I've said it before on the pod. I'll say it again. Don't buy pre-release priced cards.
Are we on stomps right now?
We can just break into it if you want. But
we have so much more to talk about.
I know. Yeah. We got the whole world to fart on, or whatever the saying is these days.
I don't know if that's the saying, but okay.
Yeah. Gust of wind. Where do you think the wind's coming from?
True. But no, I had a fun weekend with the pre-release, man. It was nice. And then opening, basically from everything all the pre-releases I did, I got a total of, including the pre-release packs and I bought like 4 extra pre-release boxes too. I have a total of 2.5 boxes. So I opened a total of a box yesterday, 33 packs. or the day before yesterday, and the pulls were nice for me, man. So maybe a regular box pull rates are bad, but the random 33 packs I ended up with,
Well, yeah, because I mean
amazing.
those packs aren't coming from a box. A box usually has an average like hit rate. Um,
No, those packs all came from boxes. Those are extra ones that you get for competing.
yeah, but they came from different boxes.
Exactly.
They came from different boxes. Like you're dipping the pen and the company ink in different places. You're not just getting it all from the
Exactly.
same place.
hmm hmm
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would love to dive more into Lost Origin stuff, but again, going to Baltimore just kind of feels
I don't want to distract you. I apologize.
it. It,
But I
it,
think,
it
oh, just last word. I think for my pre-release or for my proxy tournament on Wednesday, I think I'm gonna play Hasuian Zoroark. I ended up with a 2-2 line. I might try that out, make a few more proxies. It seemed like it could set up consistently. Only thing that sucks is damaging yourself, but it seems pretty easy to do.
yeah, I
Whereas
think you
like
have a
Giratina,
very unfavorable Palkia matchup.
yes,
Um,
and I think Miltank just shuts everything down. So I got to find an answer for Miltank too.
yeah, I don't know the true answer for any of these new cards and like everything yet. We're in a weird place. I always say that we're in a weird place with everything, but
You've been
like
saying
I
that for
mean
like 3 weeks.
it is though. Like we no the first regional of the season doesn't have the new set legal. Like
hmm
if that's not terrible planning and miscommunication because of the delay for the set or what, then I don't know.
Well, I think they planned it that way, right? They delayed the set on purpose so Worlds would be the current format right here.
Yeah, but now the first regional of the season has to suffer.
True, true.
And then watch them use this as an excuse to your top 64 booster box is here's Astral Radiance. Like watch that be an excuse to make it that way, and it's just like, oh cool, great.
Congratulations, here's
Yeah,
Astro.
all that effort for some Astral Radiance that nobody wants any more of.
Hopefully, you pull up Palkia.
Yeah, if Palkia or bust at that point.
Yeah.
So I mean with Baltimore being the current format, what do you think is the play? What decks are on your radar? I know you're not going, but I'm curious to see what your input is.
Can I just say Palkia?
I mean, you don't think that the
I
gravity
don't think
of
Pikachu is going to deter anyone
Pikachu?
from playing Palkia. No, sir. No, sir. I don't think Pikachu deters anyone from playing Palkia. You just, I don't even know if you really tech for the Pikachu that much. You need like another lightning type. No, you just go Palkia. It's Palkia or bust from at that point. Um, I think we'll still see Arceus with some Pikachu in it. The one thing that would be nice to see that would really kind of throw a wrench in Palkia's plans is that Jolteon with the memory capsule. If any of
Yeah,
those popped up,
there was
I'm
a
not sure what Palkia
there
lives
was
in.
even a Palkia list that had that at Worlds.
Oh, there was. I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
there was a Palkia list that had it.
Whoa.
I have Limitless pulled up. Let me look. Let me double check here.
So they basically said, "Let me use my ability. Let me subspace swell. I mean, let me star portal, and then now you can't.
Yeah, let me see if I can figure this one out. I don't remember who played it
I
or what
don't care if I
position
can
it
shady
was.
dealings. I don't care if I can quick shooting. I don't care if I could uh use my concealed cards. I just don't want you to do it either.
Yeah,
So no one can.
14th place
That's
and
crazy.
24th place. Same 60 between
Wow,
Mioslav, Postledny, and Medi Hoffi. They played a 3-3
that's crazy.
Palkia line with a 2-2 Jolteon line in the deck. Also played Empoleon, Starmie, Lumineon, Crobats, and Greninja. And just, yeah,
Wow.
they played Shopping Center, so they were able to turn on and off the memory capsule shenanigans.
hmm
So like, oh cool, it's my turn. I'll use Shopping Center to take the memory capsule off of Jolteon,
I
and
play my Crobat. I'll
I can use
play.
my
Yeah.
well, I mean, you can always Crobat under Jolteon or whatever, but then like you can
Oh
Star
yeah. Or my
Portal,
bad. Use my
Luminion,
star portal. Use my
Empoleon,
concealed
concealed
cards.
cards, and then
Yeah.
just like, all right, cool, I'll reattach that memory
And your
capsule.
turn.
Yeah, it reminds me of the old Klefki Garbodor nonsense
Oh,
from 2018.
when Klefki turns himself into a tool.
Tool card, and yeah, it gets
Yeah.
discard at the end of the next turn. So like they go into their turn under Garbatoxin, and then comes back around and it's not there, and then they have their abilities and so on and so forth. So it reminds me a lot of that.
That's interesting.
I think I'm down to two choices for Baltimore.
Anything outside the box or what?
I won't spoil it.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll wait
Working
and
on a
see.
list with somebody that is in a playtesting group that I've been part of online a little bit for one deck, and the other deck I've just kind of been doing on my own.
Hmm. Well, okay, I'm excited to see that. It'll be interesting.
I'll probably scrub out
So
and hate myself and call it a day.
sounds like typical stupid.
Yeah. I
But then
mean,
you'll bounce back in a couple weeks.
however, they're both meta decks. I'm not playing something like Darkrai or Rapid Strike Inteleon.
I like the Rapid Strike Inteleon, man. I like it.
I did too. I love it, but it also hella loses to Flying Pikachu. Like, sure, yeah, you two-shot their Arceus. You can technically two-shot the Flying Pikachu, but if they set it up, then goodbye Inteleon.
Inteleon,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then there goes everything, so... it's been in the binder for a hot minute now, and Darkrai is actually in a pile to be taken apart to go back into the binder.
Yeah, rip that guy apart. That guy, I didn't believe in that guy.
It's fun. I like building multiple decks, even if I just play them at League casually or whatever and have fun with them. Or play them in like
what's a fun deck?
a $5 pickup tournament or whatever. Yeah, you're addicted to coin flips.
Did you see what I posted on Twitter today?
About Mr. Mime?
About Mr. Mime, yeah. Explain that. What's the difference?
So rock, paper, scissors is more exciting than flipping coins.
Oh my gosh.
Where you go, shoot. You get more into it or whatever. Like, it could turn into like a real epic battle, because like if they both pick the same option, they go again. So like they could both go rock, paper, scissors, paper, rock, paper, scissors, scissors. You know what I mean? Like, and it can turn into like a more intense battle, and then your hands are bloody and bruised by the time you're done. Where you flip a coin, it just lands on the table, and then you call it a day.
That's the fun part.
I feel like rock, paper, scissors is way more exciting than flipping coins.
I don't know. At the pre-releases, man, we're flipping coins for those glide scores, those glitch scores, and everybody's into that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I flip a coin for Ampy-Palm, and everyone's upset.
They came as like part of it. Like, there's more to rock, paper, scissors than just flipping a coin and hoping it's one option or the second option. You've got three choices. There's mind games. Like, it's intense.
I'll tell you what. At one point, the player, she was in like one of the last games to finish up, and she had her Mr. Mime out for the pre-release, and they're like, everyone's like, oh. I'm like, what's going on over there? Like, she just won 3 games back to back of rock, paper, scissors. She's still in the game. The guy had like 1 prize left and couldn't knock her out. And then she ended up losing a game, didn't get knocked out, had 10 HP left, and then won the next one. Everyone's like, oh. I'm like, but when I flip a coin for Ampy-Palm, I'm public enemy number 1. That's fine. That's okay.
I mean, when aren't you public enemy number 1?
You're not wrong about that.
You still owe people things from last September. You took 11 months to turn into Gazer Moon.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. The backflip was a scam.
Look, man, let's talk about Pokemon cards. So back to the regionals.
Yeah, just
outside of Baltimore,
sweep it under the rug. I see how this is. The live chat won't let you get away with this.
Never forget, man. Never forget. But no, really, honestly, outside of Baltimore, man, are you hitting any more regionals? Which one are you going to this year?
It's on a case-by-case basis, I guess.
Okay.
I would like to go to Peoria, but again, it's just so close to... Like, they're 2 weeks apart. I take the time off. Like, I got rent to pay. I got a car to pay for. Bills, groceries. You know what I mean? Like, if I take all the time off in the same, basically 2 week span, yeah, it sucks. Like, taking off Milwaukee and then going to NAIC the week after, it did not feel good after the fact financially. Like, there were a few struggle bus weeks after the fact. So, like, I don't want to, pin all that on my wallet that bad.
So
I'd have to look at the schedule completely to know
Illinois.
Off
Man,
the
let's
top
not
of
do
my
Illinois. But I know you're not coming to the West Coast. I wish you would come to the West.
I mean, if you want to go fund me or have the pod pay for it in some shape or form, then I would love to hop on a plane.
So if you get here, I will find a hotel for you, man. I will get you in a hotel, man.
Well, then, I mean, that's a possibility. Then I don't know. If it makes it easier on me financially, then then I'm down to try. But no mega promises.
Right on. Now I feel you. San Diego's out here. I want to hit Portland myself. Meet up with our friends in the Pacific Northwest.
If I
Um,
can get passport taken care of in time, Toronto's only a 5 hour drive.
oh wow.
So that's not the worst thing in the world. We have tons of friends in Texas, so worst case scenario, I mean Arlington isn't like the worst thing either. Um, Fort Wayne is 100% for sure, because just how close it is. Charlotte is probably a yes,
Charlotte's not
even
too
though
far from you, is it?
they're only a week apart, which sucks. So I'd have to like book it up a little bit.
How far is
Um,
Charlotte from you?
9 hours, but I lived
Oh,
in
I thought it was
I
closer.
lived in Chapel Hill, Raleigh, Durham. So like I've been to Charlotte many a times. I really also just want to go clear out every Kroger, Harris Teeter, and Food Lion of Cheerwine they have, and come back with a whole trunk
Oh,
load, and
you talked
eat
about that
eat a
before.
lot of Bojangles and whatnot, and get some heart disease while I'm there.
You talked about all of that before on your
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
Charlotte's definitely a yes, and Fort Wayne is a yes. Knoxville is something I'm considering because it's 6 to 7 hours. Um, it's not the worst. Florida is just way too expensive for me. Portland is way too expensive. Hartford is maybe. Wisconsin is maybe. And depending on whatever they say for NAIC, that's definitely a yes for sure. Because it's NAIC. It's always the biggest and most fun event of the year, no matter how bad you do.
If I'm heading out from the west, I should at least hit that one up. You think? NAIC.
Yeah, NAIC I think is a yeah, you should.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, worst case scenario. I mean, if how east are you willing to go?
Ooh. If I'm gonna make one east trip, I'll go anywhere. If it's gonna be just one big east trip, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you depending on whenever they do NAIC, you might actually be able to hit Milwaukee and NAIC at the same time
Mm.
within the same trip. Um,
If they put them a week apart again.
if they put them a week apart again, I mean, that's not the worst thing ever. That's how all the European players were able to manage both events. So, you know, that's kind of my plans. A couple for sures and a couple maybes and a
Yeah.
bunch of definite
Whichever regional I
no's.
go to be my very first. So I'm gonna be just a bundle of nerves, as they say, and I'll probably miss playing left and right. But hey, I want to experience that.
Yeah, I mean that's part of it too. Being able to experience that is what helps you decide if you want to stick with this or quit with this. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. Like I've been doing pretty decent in my leagues. I had a week after we ended our podcast where I won like 3 tournaments with
yeah, you
Palkia
started
Ice
playing
Rider in
real
that
decks
week.
finally. It took the podcast to end and take a break into season 2 before you finally put down the single prizers.
I miss Ampy. But yeah, I played Palkia. I won like 3 tournaments, and then I did pretty well in some other ones too. Now switched over to Mewtwo with Lunatone and Soul Rock, and I went 1-2 with the only tournament I played in it. But the 2 games I lost were both close. I lost one to time because we couldn't tie, so we had to play sudden death. And I would have knocked the guy out if I didn't prize my Zigzagoon. It was prized. I needed that extra 10 damage, and I missed it, and he just knocked me out. And the other game was close as well. It was a
Yikes!
mirror match.
Yikes!
Yeah. So I like the concept of Mewtwo V Star. But I mean, with this new set coming out, I got to start, figuring out what I'm gonna do with that. I think it's gonna be Zoroark. I know you got to focus on the current meta.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I'm gonna
I
get,
gotta
yeah.
I gotta worry about Baltimore before I go crazy.
Hmm.
But I mean, like I already covered a couple like Giratina and the Reshiram stuff. So like I'll probably just build those and play those casually with people off to the side or whatever at league and locals and stuff like that. Until Baltimore's over with, which it's only technically like from tonight. It's you know 12 days, something like that. 12 days away. So
That feels so soon.
less than 2 full weeks of decision and time. Yeah,
That feels so soon.
it
All
yeah
right,
it
Sue.
does it does it's pretty close.
All right, Subin. I think we got to get down to the nitty gritty, man.
All right.
I know there's some things that's been going on in the community. Mostly on Twitter. If you guys pay attention to the Twitter scene, that kind of ruffled a few of your feathers, right?
Yeah, man. Twitter recently has been terrible for the Pokemon community. It's been awful. It's been awful. You have people that are trying to be funny at just come across as prudes, or spoiled brats, you could say. You've got people that just seem humble, and then all of a sudden, just the worst hot takes come out of the woodwork. It just hasn't been pleasant. Scrolling the timeline and just seeing some of these things from many people, not just like anyone specific, but just so many people.
I feel as if the Pokemon trading card game is getting bigger. As far as people involved in it, people wanting to be involved and more hands on. It's getting bigger, and now people are starting to voice themselves a little bit more. And I don't know. I don't see the rudeness you're talking about and the prudeness, but I do see the hot takes coming out of the woodwork left and right. I see people just saying things, almost like just to say things, just so something off the wall that they might not even believe, but they say it just to get some engagement, just to see what people say and to go from there. I am seeing a lot of that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, there's, oh, cancel this person, this person said this person did this, we should cancel them. Like, a lot of that's been coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't want to drop names, drag people through mud or whatever, but it's just been kind of like, man, this is the community that we're a part of. Where, like, some of us also, like, we work our asses off to provide a community of our own, content, and so on and so forth, for the greater good, because we love the game. But if it's gonna keep getting like this, it's like, man, I'm having Yu-Gi-Oh flashbacks.
I don't think it's the community we're part of. That we're part of. That's the problem. It's the culture we're part of, man. I think it goes deeper than that, man. This whole culture is, someone offends me, I want to cancel them. Someone says something I disagree with, I don't like them. They should be removed from this area, from this spot. A lot of that's going on, and it's just bleeding over into the card game that we love, man. So someone says something, and I didn't like that person to begin with, and I found out they said something or did something. I'm gonna bring it up, and hopefully that person cannot be around as much anymore. Hopefully that person leaves, or hopefully, it's just it's the culture that's bleeding into it, man. And maybe it's you and me with our get off my lawn, old man kind of vibes, because we that wasn't our situations. Now that's not the kind of situation we were in back when we were younger. But it seems like this culture, this age is real quick to try to get someone, instead of talking through problems, or instead of trying to deal with them or even ignoring them. They're like, no, I want it just out the way. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see this person. Get him out of here. So I think it's a whole culture thing, man.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're not spring chickens ourselves. So I mean, we see things
Speak for
different.
yourself, man. I know you speak for
Oh,
yourself.
shut up! You're older than me. Come on. But for real though, like, we've been around longer, and I don't want to say, like, that we know better than people, but I guess it's just like the way we grew up is different compared to the way everyone has grown up on the internet.
Yeah, exactly
Where
right.
everything's more important than, or nothing is more important than Twitter clout. Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say clout too.
400 person online tournament, what's the prize? Twitter clout. 90-person tournament, what's the prize? 400 booster packs. Like, there's something clearly wrong here.
No, it's the culture, man.
Yeah,
It's how
we're in a
how do, how do I look on Twitter? Oh, that person made me look dumb on Twitter. I don't like them anymore. I want them out of here. How do I look on Twitter? Oh, I did this and people love it. Cool. I got a lot of engagements and likes.
yeah, that
I got
person.
three people followed me from it. Yay!
Yeah, somebody
So
said something really bad when they were 12 years old. Now they're 20. Like, people can't grow up. Like, people
mhm.
can't change. Um, we've all said stupid stuff. I'm sure if I go back on my timeline, this isn't an invitation. I'm sure I've said horrible things. So cancel me. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, so you guys heard it here first on the Gust podcast. Subin says check his Twitter account and cancel him. Feel free to go ahead and
Yeah, I mean, because it clearly does good for those people too. Like, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah,
no, you're exactly right, man. People do stuff at a younger age, and people move on. They grow up, and people change,
yeah,
and some people don't want to let that go because that guy, they burnt me 3 years ago. I'm so mad at them. How can I get them back? And it's silly, man. Some stuff just gotta let go and just it's life. Deal with it. Deal with that person. Deal
Yeah,
with adversity.
just
You know.
shut up, read the cards, and play the damn game.
Yeah.
I,
So I feel you on that. I feel you. It's the whole. I guess I feel like such an old guy. The generation, the culture, the times we're in, man. It's just it is what it is. We didn't
yeah,
have this much accessibility on the internet, when we were playing cards and when we were growing up, so it wasn't as bad. We had something to say. We said it, in person or behind someone's back, but we didn't go straight posting on the internet where everyone can see it.
yeah. It's just I don't know. I guess I feel old now. I don't know.
Dang it,
I
now I feel old. Thanks,
Yeah,
Stephen.
I finally feel like an old man compared to all these young whippersnappers and
See, I
their
wasn't feeling this old
their
until you
hip
brought this
clout.
subject up, and after I got into the details of the subject, like, you know what? I feel like that old guy. Get off my lawn. What are you doing here with your new
It's my
internets?
property.
Get your internets out of here.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Okay, Bobby. But yeah, man. Twitter has been wild in the last couple weeks. If I could just leave a message, if anyone ever hears this podcast, man, and I could just leave a message, just some things are bigger than Twitter, and some things aren't. And you guys got to start determining what it is. I've told my stepdaughter that in life. She used to try to fight for everyone's right. Well, this guy said this girl and my friend. Like some stuff you fight for, some stuff you don't. And she threatened to beat somebody up, and she got pulled into the principal's office in the 8th grade. And that was her first reality of like, wow, I shouldn't have said that. There was really no, because the person wasn't even upset about it. Why did I say that? I said, yeah, some things are just you just let go. So if anyone's hearing this and wants to take Gazer Beam's advice, some not very good Pokemon player and streamer and podcaster, um, just realize that some things aren't as big as they seem. You can let some stuff go.
Yeah, it. I don't know. It gets under my skin and it feels obnoxious after a while. It really does. Um, some people just want to play the game and have a good time, and all this kind of attitude and trash talking each other and all that. It's just not what it's cracked up to be, man. Just have fun, be yourself, and let the past stay dead.
I get it, man. I'm out here trying to play Ampy-Palm, and nobody's liking me for it or letting me do it. Everyone's trying to hold it against me, and it's I'm building a reputation off of it. I'm just trying to have a good time and roll some dice. So I get it.
Yeah, flip tails never fails. Well,
Uh,
we've been at it for about an hour. Few other I guess wrap up points. Stonks. Do we want to continue with stonks? Eventually, we want to do other segments, but that requires some guests and so on and so forth.
One of these
So
days, just so you know, I'm gonna be the guest because I'm gonna do well in the regional, and I'm gonna request that I'm our guest for that weekend. So just so you know.
totally, yeah, sure. You have to go to one in the first place.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah,
But no, for for Stonks, I feel like Radiant Czar is gonna see some play.
I think it already is.
Well, yeah, yeah,
It
okay. So
it
what I'm
already
saying is,
is.
if you haven't got your Radiant Czar, get him now. Get him now. And that's IRL and that's on PTCGL. Get your Czars now while you can. I thought it was a good card, coming out, and it didn't see a whole heck of a lot play like the first couple weeks, but it started increase more and more and more. And I feel like with Lost Origin dropping, it's going to see enough play where people are like, you better get them now because they're gonna be hard to find. I've had someone message me. I pulled 5 Zars out of the Go packs open up, and I had someone message me about buying one. I was like, I only have 3 left. They're like, oh, can I buy one? Or do you want to trade it? I said, yeah, I could do that. So get your Zars now while you can. Get them while they're hot.
Yeah, people have already been playing it with Inteleon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a $25 card at the time of recording, according to
Yes.
TCGplayer. Market price and low listing. There are a lot of listings. There's about 200 copies available currently. But still, yeah. I mean, you technically only need one,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're trying to fulfill for multiple players for whatever reason. But
Maybe put it in a couple different decks. I don't know.
yeah,
So yeah, whatever you're trying to do. But yeah,
Charizard
you only
tax.
need one.
Yeah, you only need one. Unlike
But yeah, get them
Reshiram, where
now.
you want 3 or 4 of them, and their at market price is $1, and it can one hit KO anything if you pair it with Moltres and Zigzagoon and Choice Belt. And you can play it with Charizard with Lost Origin. But again, of course, don't buy pre-sales of the Lost Origin cards.
So I pulled that at the last one I went to. I ended up pulling the Gudra. And the guy who ended up beating me in the finals, he wanted to buy the Gudra off me. So first he said 15. I said 20. And he's like, okay, 20. So I don't know if that was a good deal, bad deal. I don't know what that's going to be. So I sold it for 20.
$20
I'll see what
for
happens.
that sounds pretty dang good in my eyes. I'm sure pre-sale for it isn't far off from what you got out of it.
Well, I tried to find some prices for it, and I found, a lot of Japanese listings, and I found a couple English ones, and they were like $40,
TCGplayer
$35.
has a Gudra V-Star as low as $19.58 with a market price of $21.48, but that's pre-sale where only certain sellers are allowed to sell the cards.
Okay, I seen some for like $30, $40. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. So as the set technically drops Friday and they open it up where all the sellers can sell, prices will drastically tank by the end of the week that this episode will be out. So just keep in mind, don't be a dingus. Use your head. Don't buy anything dumb.
Subin's words for every pre-release, you guys.
Yeah.
For Pokemon Go, for Astral Radiance, and now for Lost Origin.
Save your money. Be smart.
Just wait a couple weeks. Just wait.
It's not legal for play yet. Like, if you're going to Baltimore, you shouldn't be spending hundreds of dollars on Lost Origin singles. If you're going to Peoria, then print out some proxies and play test, and you better scramble later on. But still, you have plenty of time to get stuff done.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try Hasim and Zoroark for some proxies and play testing. So I'll let you know how that goes on Wednesday.
Okay, good luck.
But yeah, we don't have anyone to do our 6th prize turn questions with. So we did stonks. Are we missing anything?
Now we have our Ask the Pod from the Twitch chat.
That's right.
Some of these questions are actually questions as always, subject to be rejected and your points to be refunded to you.
I see a lot of questions that aren't questions.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna answer some of these. So we'll go with that. If you ever do want to ask us a question, we are officially live on our own Twitch channel now. We'll probably get the name a little bit slimmed down, but we had to take something temporarily to get it up. We can change it in a little bit. But follow us at Gust _wind _podcast. Link will be in the description everywhere for Anchor, YouTube, all that nonsense. So we won't be flip flopping back and forth between whose channel, and the quality will drastically change. This is how it will be going forward.
We are here.
We're here on this channel. It's already affiliated. We already had a hype train and bits and subs and everything. There's emotes here if you're on Twitch. Come support us this way. It definitely helps us get better equipment and potentially could fund us to either go West Coast or East Coast, depending on overall funding and scenarios and such. We're not trying to charge you $10 for a Patreon or anything like that out there. But come support us on Twitch. Even if you just drop a follow to the new channel, that'd be super appreciated if you want to catch these live.
Yes, please do. Please do.
All right. Question times. We have a lot of stupid
I told you
ones.
a lot of non-questions.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I see one from Burnt Hot Pocket, though. I'll read that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Burnt Hot Pocket asks, do you believe in the Gudra supremacy?
No. I don't think Gudra is bad. I think it'll be good for Peoria if somebody can crack a list. I don't think it'll last much longer after that. I think it'll have a one-hit wonder sort of situation like Whimsicott.
Poor Whimsicott. It had its moment. It was glorious, and then you never see it ever.
And I mean, it could have a moment again someday if we go back to a special energy dominated format.
True, but I mean with Palkia around.
With Palkia, Giratina, Mirage Gate.
Giratina. Yeah,
we're gonna be in a world of not special energy. The only things playing special energy now are Mew and Arceus, and most Mew decks have cut out Fusion Strike energy anyways, and are just playing double turbo. That list is kind of crazy. But Gudra isn't the worst thing ever. But yeah, I think it'll be more of like a early one-hit wonder sort of situation. It might pop up in the first couple Lost Origin legal events and then kind of fade off afterwards.
So I was heavy on Gudra to begin with. When it got revealed, and I started thinking about how I could do this and that, then I seen a Tricky Gym play a deck with it, and I seen other lists from Justin Basil and everything, Rare Candy. It's like, this could be a deck. This is it. This is the best deck out of this format. I said, guaranteed to probably flop. It's going to be Gudra. And I think my wife and I went to a pre-release, and she pulled a Gudra V Star. I'm like, I got to get that from her. And then I pulled one at the pre-release, but I sold it. But I pulled another one out of the other packs. I'm like, okay, I should build it. And then I sat there and started, putting cards out to build it and thinking about it. Just like, it's not going to be as good as I thought it was.
Yeah, I think if a good player has a good list, they can definitely catch a lot of these early, not consistent, not successful Giratina lists and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. Catch them off guard and go that way.
Yeah, it has to be early, like you said. While they're not, while the other lists aren't consistent, while they're kind of clunky, Gudra can do that. It's pretty straightforward. It's just, I think Gudra is it might be a turn too slow for this format. Right?
Like, I think Gudra will have like an awesome Palkia matchup if played correctly.
Yes. Even then, it might be a turn too slow because Palkia can get going turn 2. I think Gudra's just one turn too slow. So if Gudra had a way to stall for a turn, like if someone else's deck isn't, completely consistent yet, a new Zoroark deck or a new Giratina, sure. But once everything's up and running, Gudra's going to be the weakest of the 3, I think.
Yeah, and like the best supporter for Gudra is Fantina, and it needs, 10 cards in the Lost Zone to do that, so yikes.
Yeah.
And with what I played with Giratina before, like, I didn't get the 10 often or a lot. I played it with Leafeon for a little bit, and I used Leafeon's
I think that's a good play.
I used Leafeon's V-Star power way more than I did Giratina, so let me play like Colress and technically Boss in the same turn.
You get a quick Gust, yeah.
Yeah.
Leafeon's a good play because you have that first turn where you could attach that grass and get that extra grass in play.
Yeah,
Leafeon's fine.
Gudra, I don't know what will happen with that, but I definitely don't think it'll have ultimate lasting power.
Yeah, I think it's just a turn too slow.
Mm-hmm. All right, next question. I guess this is for you from Qwerty, Champion Qwerty. What's better, okay. Ambipom or Dragapult?
Oh, Qwerty asking the real questions out there. Those are the real questions. I used to be a big Dragapult fan, man. Dragapult Eternatus. Those are my guys, man.
He's not talking Dragapult VMAX. I think he's talking like Infiltrator, single prize Dragapult.
No, then it's Ambipom, of course. There's no Qwerty. If you're talking about the single prize Infiltrator Dragapult, there's no contest. It's Ambipom. It's a stage 1. It has the same ability, except it can hit a whole lot harder. Yeah, you have to flip some coins, but I mean, you have Charm to attach energy, or you have not double turbo, but you have twin energy to attach, and you're off to the races. You can do way more damage. It hits harder. It's quicker to get out. There's no question. I thought you were talking about my boy Dragapult VMAX. That was my guy, man. That was my guy back then. But you're talking about baby little Dragapult, the one, not even the Fusion Strike one, but the little tiny one.
Well, yeah, if you compare Dragapult VMAX to Ambipom, then like Dragapult VMAX has Shred, it would just go right through the coin flips. It wouldn't matter.
I'd still play Ambipom. I would still thug it out and just deal with it, man.
I would pick Dragapult.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. I can't put Ambipom down, man.
All right, next question. This one's from X Tangram. What was one of the things Season 1 had that didn't work out that you're looking to change this season? Oh, easy. It's Gazer. Next question. You have anything you want to say to that before I move on to the next question?
It's probably just me, right? Remove me, and everything will probably run more smooth.
Yeah,
get me out of here.
Just cancel the podcast, and I'll go back to streaming Kirby in the Forgotten Land, and
call it the Steuben Show.
Yeah, we'll call it the Steuben Show, and I'll bring in guest callers, and you guys can talk about how much you hate Gazer. It's fine.
Where's Jimmy Shoot at? Oh, let me stop that. That's our boy.
No,
on a serious note, though. Yeah, any serious answer? You got a serious answer for him?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to keep to a schedule instead of just like impromptu. Wake up! It's Thursday morning. We've got a guest.
That only happened once. And it was worth it. It was a good episode.
Yeah, I mean, we also did a Wednesday night one time. Yeah, for Cal, because he couldn't do a Tuesday. And then sometimes we go live at 3 p.m. on a holiday on a Monday or whatever,
Like when
or
we had a LDF, that was beautiful. That was
yeah,
nice.
or we'd
We had
go,
LDF.
we would do sometimes like it's Friday and I'm like, I don't know if we're going live Sunday or I don't know if we're going Monday. I don't know
Going
who
live Monday.
I don't know who our guest is. I don't know what time. And then like you're like, all right, we'll go at 8 o'clock tonight. And it's like 8:15 and you still weren't ready. I want a schedule.
I feel you, and we got to work on that, man. It's tough. What I'm learning about all this, it's tough getting guests because the time zones are just mad.
Oh yeah, time.
Zones are
I
mad.
mean, it's not your fault for time zones
Yeah,
existing. And I mean, you've got a baby and other responsibilities, and I have a job that I usually have to be at work sometime. For
sometime.
whatever. But still,
Yeah,
it's not always 100%. But
yeah. The only beauty of it is, when it's late for you, it's earlier for me. So a lot of times I can just do whatever. Like if you say, "Hey, I can't be home till 8," I'm like, "Well, that's fine for me. That's fine. I'll be here." So
yeah, and then I'm
so
up.
that's the
Then
good
I'm up
part.
till 1 a.m. editing the episode to have it out by
That's the bad
7 a.m.
part.
the next day.
That's the bad part.
So
But I mean, just the fact that it's that part works out for us. But then we have to find someone who is up that later. Someone who can do it earlier. What day? And it can be kind of taxing, man. Sometimes you see me before scrambling and stressing out. I'm like, hey, we don't have anybody, or hey, they can only do this time, or so that part kind of sucks, man. So I'm with you. I would like a schedule too, a little more consistency. And we got to work on that this season. But we're almost at the mercy of our guests.
yeah, that's why we didn't have anything last week. We were going to start, but as we mentioned earlier, it kind of just fell through.
Yeah, couldn't get the guests, and then I was like, just prep for your birthday anyway. Just
Yeah, which that
prepare
was an
for
awesome that was an awesome stream.
It was.
Until the very end, eating the whole box of waffles, I felt like absolute crap.
I thought you were going to say when the bots raided in. They're not raided when the bots took over.
Yeah, I'm still working on that. I got a funny email from Twitch this morning. It's like, how did you think we handled your customer service issue? And I was like, you didn't handle it at all. You did nothing.
I still have all these bots. Help me.
Yeah, I still have like a few hundred like questionable follows that like, and those were targeted though. They did at least tell me that like I was targeted. Somebody decided, oh, it's his birthday, happy birthday, bastard, and attacked me basically. So those weren't like random like hotspots like we had last year with the hate raids and everything.
Yeah.
This was like a targeted. Somebody put my name in on a website and spent money and targeted me. So I have no idea. But
happy birthdays too.
Yeah, happy birthday to me. Have some follows, I guess. They felt bad for me or something.
I mean, that's not. It has some. That's nice. It's the thought that counts, right?
No, it really messes with your analytics and your growth.
Yeah,
it's not good for you.
I think anyone who's streamed long enough, we've all been botted before, man. And sometimes it's like you said, like a big, massive botting like that. But we've all been botted before.
In one way or another, yeah. All right, we have one last question before we wrap it up.
Oh, come on now, this question.
I'll
read it.
No, I want to.
Go ahead.
This one's from our friend Paspintoot. Why does Gazer look even more bald on this channel?
I'll take off the headphones. Take a look. I let the world see. Anyone watching live or anyone watching this on YouTube, you can see for yourself. I have the facial hairs going on.
He's got some hair finally.
The beard does not connect. I can't get it to connect for some reason. There is hair on my head. I am not bald. I got a haircut a week ago. Before that, I hadn't got a haircut for 2 weeks, so the hair was even more thick. I have hair. I like it short. That's just what it is. So I'm not bald. It's not the channel.
I think you should grow it out.
I don't like it.
Grow a fro.
I had a fro in middle school.
You gotta find a picture and send that to me.
Okay, I'll find one. I was running for class president, and my slogan was "Vote Fro Ryan."
Okay, that's pretty clever.
No,
you should grow it out and then become the face of the gust of wind, because an afro doesn't blow in the wind; it stands still.
So we take out the original logo we have now. We just have reworked, and we just put my head there. Just
a silhouette of your head with an afro. Yeah, totally. We'll put the gazer beam goggles over it and call it a day.
That's the win. But all right, that's the end of our Ask the Pod questions. At least the ones that we could ask. We had some other ones that are
ridiculous. That always happens. They love to troll us, and I
love our chat when we do this live.
And again, yeah, we do this live on Twitch on our new Twitch channel. New to us, I guess. But yeah, come hang out with us, and of course follow us both on our own Twitch channels and Twitter and
Yes.
Instagram,
Yes.
Facebook, YouTube, TikTok.
MySpace.
MySpace doesn't exist anymore. I don't think. If it does, it's not the same thing.
I'm gonna type this in. Watch this. MySpace.
OnlyFans, all that kind of stuff. Come hang out.
So there is a MySpace. It is vastly different than I remember.
I'm sure it's kind of also dead too.
It probably is.
Yeah, if you want to support Gust of Wind, join our OnlyFans. It's only $5 a month. We post pictures of fans blowing wind.
Yo, 50 Cent is on MySpace.
Okay. I guess my joke just went over his head. That's fine.
Oh, Travis Barker's on MySpace.
Okay, get off of MySpace. You're showing your age again. Back in my day, our social media was just MySpace. If you weren't on the top 8, you weren't anybody.
Hey, basically, you're not wrong.
All right.
But, any closing thoughts, man?
Nah, man. We've kind of hit it all. We've talked about everything that.
We didn't talk about PTCGL, man. We didn't talk about live.
Talk what about it? It's still garbage.
It is. They had an update of some of the cosmetic things, and I think at Worlds in London, wasn't there a panel? Not a panel, but
yeah, there were some devs there talking about it and like letting people.
They're like, help us, please. Tell us.
I don't think it's going to launch this year. They announced another team challenge which runs exclusively on PTCGO. So maybe next year. I mean, the code cards still have it for Lost Origin, and they have more region codes and like age restriction things on there, like it's 0 in Germany and L in Brazil and G in Australia and A in Mexico. So they're getting it more approved in other regions, but still, I think they're way off.
Yeah. I've seen a YouTube video by Cilios Network. Shout out to Cilios too. Recently, he was saying that PTCGO was never like a bad game. It just had a few problems, but it's only like a bad game. He's saying that live is a bad game. Yeah, he said it's old, and it has some problems, but it wasn't a bad game. He's saying that live
just like
is a bad game.
We're old, we have some problems, but we're not bad content creators.
We're not bad. Yeah, we're not bad. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the new slogan. We're not bad. We're just old.
We're just old. But man, so it's good to be back, man. Next week we'll do it again, right?
Maybe we might not be every single week because of life and everything else, but
life.
Follow the Twitter account and follow the Twitch. That way you can catch us whenever we put anything out, talk about whatever.
Right on.
All the socials, links all down in the descriptions of the Anchor episode, as well as the YouTube video if and when this comes out on YouTube.
Yes, make sure you guys follow this new channel here, Gust_of_win_podcast on Twitch.TV, right? No, Twitch.tv.
Close enough.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
the underscores confuse me, man. That's a lot of underscores right here.
I didn't make it, but
I know.
We'll get there.
I know. But no, I guess that wraps it up, man. Gust of Wind Podcast is back. Season 2, Episode 1. The kickoff is here. Soon going to come out with a catchy title for this.
All we are is just a gust in the wind. I don't know.
We're not bad. We're just old.
Yeah, that's probably going to be it. That's the punchline.
Write that down.
I
guess we're out of here.
No, not gonna.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. What'd you say?
I'm gonna hear it anyways when I do things. I won't forget.
Okay, I'll remind you. We're not just bad. We're not bad. We're just old. I got you. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for us. Any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to say, Stu?
Nope, all done. See you later. See you next week or the
Appreciate
week
you
after,
guys for listening.
or the week after, or whenever we decide to come back again. Who knows? Season 3. See you next time.
This is season 1 episode. This is it. One episode, season 2. We're done. When we come back, it'll be season 3. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. We'll do this for another 15 episodes? 20? What do you think?
Who knows?
30? 30?
We have lives and
30 episodes.
and
Oh,
whatnot.
okay.
So we'll figure it out as
All
we
right.
go.
All right. All right.
That's it.
But we are done. It's a wrap. Follow us on everything. Thank you guys so much for listening, tuning in, watching, being here, everything you're doing. I was Gazer Being 2K. This was Steuben. We're out. We'll see you guys at regionals. Peace.
Bye.
Later.